After long years, and these were long years of a government that always put you last. They put America last. They put you last. They put everybody last that was associated with us. You once again have a president who's putting our workers first, putting our families first, and above all, putting America first. And we're going to keep America first, and you see it. We're restoring our prosperity. We're restoring our borders. We're restoring our strength, our dignity, and our pride. We've been hurt badly by this group of people. This group of people, they didn't have a clue what the hell was happening. It's so disgraceful that they were allowed to do it. But quite honestly, we're restoring our country. Within hours of taking the oath of office, I declared a national emergency at our southern border. I sent active duty troops to the border to help repel the invasion. Tom Homan is leading the charge. You know that. We like Tom Homan, right? Doing a great job. We immediately halted all illegal entry and began sending every border trespasser and violator back to the places from which they came. I signed an order that will designate the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. It's a big deal. That's a big deal. Biden didn't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Biden didn't know he was alive. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do that. I always wanted to do it, you know. I mean, think of it. Is that a terrorist organization or what? And we began to leverage the full and immense power of federal government and state government and enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks bringing devastating crime to American soil. And we don't allow people to enter our country and to dump their prisons into the United States of America anymore. When we see that, our people are instructed to do whatever they have to do. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. Throughout this week, the heroes of ICE have been hunting down and arresting hundreds of illegal alien criminals. And its immediate expulsion, including those with charges of convictions for rape, child sexual assault, terrorism, and even murder. Members of the savage Venezuelan prison gang known as Tren de Aragua. You know that gang? This is not a nice group of people. They formed in prison, and then they dumped their prisons into our country. So we had them. We had them all over the place. Ask Colorado, the governor of Colorado. He doesn't know what to do about it. They're all over the place. We'll get them out. We'll get them out. They're, in a sense, they're in the real estate business. They go into a building and they take it, you know. See, when you buy a building, you have to go out and get a mortgage or use your own cash. They just go into a building and take it. And they actually said, well, it's not that bad. They haven't taken that many buildings. Can you imagine that? They haven't taken that many buildings. Oh, they're not that bad. But they're as bad as the bloodthirsty MS-13 gangs that we have gotten thousands and thousands of them out. In fact, over 11,000 murderers were released into our country by other countries all over the world because of Biden's open border policy. And when I heard about that, I said, everybody's going to empty out their prisons into our country. I said that. I'd do that if I were heading up any one of the many countries that you know about, not just South America, all over. They take their prisons, their mental institutions, and they empty them out into our country. Can you imagine a person doing this? Can you imagine somebody doing that to our country? For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 was truly Liberation Day. That was really Liberation Day. This week, I also signed an order to end the weaponization of our government against American people and political people like me. We never had a thing like that. He went after his political opponent. Who would have thought he helped me? I think he helped me get elected, Joe. You want to know the truth? I became much more popular. I'm the only guy that ever became more popular when something like that happened. But these guys were just so inept. We had the guy deranged Jack Smith. Deranged. He was a deranged human being. But they thought this way Biden could sneak by and he could win an election, another cheating in another election. That's what it was. But we won. We won. You think that was fun? You think that was easy? It wasn't fun. and investigate all of the abuses of power. I pardoned hundreds of political prisoners who had been viciously persecuted by the Biden regime. Hundreds of people were persecuted, including Christians, pro-life activists, 2 Washington, D.C. police officers just yesterday, whose lives were destroyed from chasing down a dangerous illegal alien criminal. And, of course, I was very proud to pardon the J6 hostages. Once and for all, I stopped government censorship, and we brought back free speech in America. We brought it back. We did more of this last week. People can't even believe it. I also signed an order to declassify and publish all remaining files related to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, and Martin Luther King, Jr. I signed an order that will end all of the lawless diversity, equity, and inclusion nonsense all across the government and the private sector. We abolished 60 years of prejudice and hatred with the signing of one order, all approved by the United States Supreme Court. We're allowed to do it because we are now in a merit-based world. We're a merit-based country. Did you ever think you were going to hear that again? It's based on merit. If you've got the talent, if you've got the work, the ethic, the whole thing, it's based now on, it's not based on any other thing. It's based on merit. It's based on your capability. The United States has now become, again, a meritocracy. Isn't that a beautiful word? A meritocracy. Based on merit. If you do your job well, you're going to go places. And I made it the official policy of the United States government that there are only 2 genders, male and female. Male and female. Every single day of my term, we're living by the motto, promises made, promises kept. I kept my promises. It's why we won. It really is why we won. We won because of the past 4 years. We won because of that. But this is going to blow it away. Because when I came in, I had no experience. I didn't do this before. I never did this. I was never a politician before. I was talking J.D. Vance. By the way, hasn't he done a great job? Because J.D. went right to the Senate, and then he went to the vice president and said, J.D., you're really upwardly mobile. He said, you're more so than me. I said, why do you say that? He said, you went from being a real estate developer to the president. That's a pretty big, I never thought of it that way. I guess I'm the most upwardly mobile politician in history. I didn't make any stops along the way. It will be the greatest honor of my life to serve not once, but twice, or 3 times, or 4 times now. Headlines from the fake news. Now it will be to serve twice. For the next 4 years, I will not rest. I will not yield. And together we will not fail. We will win, win, win. We will bring back the American dream. We're going to bring it back. You know, in recent years, our nation has suffered greatly, but we are going to make it great again, greater than ever before. We'll be a nation like no other, full of compassion, courage, and exceptionalism. That's what we're doing, and that's what it's all about. And you see that. I think you see it more in the last week than you've seen it in years. And I walked up the stairs of that massive plane that's waiting for me, that big 747, and I said, there's no way I'm going to let myself fall, because that was one hell of a... That triple fall was a disaster. I would call that a political disaster. You can fall once, you can fall twice, but you can't fall 3 times. You can't fall 3 times. What a disaster. I've used that in every ad I think I ever did. Our power will stop all wars and bring new spirit of unity to a world that's been angry, violent, and very unpredictable. America will be respected again and admired again, including by the people of religion, faith, and goodwill. We're bringing back religion in this country. We will be prosperous. We will be free. We will be bigger, bolder, and more ambitious than ever before. And together we will make America powerful again. Make America wealthy again. Make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. Make America proud again. We're going to make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Nevada. Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much. We'll be back. We'll be back. Thank you. Thank you, my man. Great job.